This morning where we left was that everything is the nature, emptiness, and selflessness. So here comes the concept of emptiness. And we cannot really jump into emptiness directly, because that if we do so, we can easily fall into nihilism. And we may see that this is so dry, a dry intellectual exercise. So with this in mind, to learn about emptiness, before we jump into emptiness concept, these two questions must be answered. If you don't answer these two questions, if you don't have answers to these two questions, then there's no way by which we can understand emptiness. You are bound to fall into nihilism. The two questions are, the first, do things exist? Do things exist? What is the answer? Answer should be yes. If you say no, everything is empty, then you fall into nihilism. There's not emptiness. You fall into nihilism, number one. Number two, if you say yes, things do exist, then you are entitled to go for the second question. And the second question is, do things exist objectively? Right? And some of you may not have idea what is meant objective, what is subjective. Don't worry. And they say dream. What is the difference between a dream flower and a real flower? What's the difference? What's the difference between dream flower and the real flower? Quick raise hands. Quick raise hands. Raise hands. Yes, Susanna. Don't just say 1-1, because 1-1 I will not understand it. The real flower will decay. I do not say synthetic flower. I say dream flower. A dream flower. Decay doesn't decay. Anyone else? Very good. There are so many differences. Yes, Pratyaksh. Real flower is something that tangible as subjective, and the dream flower is imaginary. Anyone else? Raise hands over there. Real flower is seen by everybody else. It can be a common vision of the other people, but it's a dream flower is what only I can see, not others. Good. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. The real flower is seen by the eye consciousness. Can be seen by eye consciousness. Dream flower can be seen by the mental consciousness, not by your eye consciousness. Very good. Yes, over there. Through microscope, you can see the microscopic structure of the real flower, but not in the case of the dream flower. Very good. Okay, thank you. So we get a good information here. In fact, what I would suggest is that when I ask this question to the participants, I don't just think that, okay, others in the audience, let me see what he has to say, right? Others, you take it like a break, short break. Don't do that. Listen to what others have to say. If you agree, well and good. If you don't agree, why don't you agree? If you can think of some reasons. And that way you are growing. In fact, all these classes, what I am focusing on is two things. One is that you get new information. Number two, more important than information, is that you learn, that your intelligence sharpens, your intelligence grows, your intelligence becomes sharper. So that is what I'm targeting at, the two things. So therefore, how does the intelligence sharpen? There's no technique to say that, okay, you do this and your intelligence will sharpen. Do this exercise. No, it's only through making your mind to work in a very nuanced way, like what others saying if the answers given out by others are not so sensible, why? For you, what problem do you see in that answer? When you think of this, you are sharpening your intelligence. It's not that you have to only listen to somebody who already has the answer. No. So this that keep in mind two things in growth. One is the growth in the information, and number two is the growth in your intelligence. Your intelligence should become sharper. Okay. So with this in mind, we get a lot of good information. All of us here. Thank you. And say, do you agree with me as what Pradesh said that the real flower is something tangible there, and the dream flower is just coming from you, purely from your mind. So this is in a very the secular the context or vernacular language. Now in a more technical language, we say that the real flower is in a very loose sense. Loose sense meaning not exposed to any philosophy. In the loose sense, the real flower is more objective. Something there exists from the object, and the dream flower is purely coming from the subject, subjective. Do you agree with this? If you agree with this, then you are introduced to the concept of subjectivity and the objectivity. You're getting it? Okay. This as your background information. My question to you is you just tell me what is subjective, what is objective. Say dream, subjective, objective. Very good. In a loose sense, I'm not talking about the philosophy yet. Okay. Do you know that Root Institute has the tradition on the last day they give us good pizza. You know that? How many you know that? Raise hands. But even the tradition can change, right? With the change in the staff. Okay, now can you think of that pizza? Wow, that must be a very special pizza. Something came to your mind? Raise hands. Okay, that what came to your mind? Subjective, objective? Subjective. Very good. And let's say the okay now. Mirage. Subjective, objective? Mirage. Subjective, objective? Subjective. Very good. Rainbow. Subjective, objective? Okay, now there's a split there. Raise your hands those who say subjective. Mirror, dream, what is that? Rainbow is subjective. Raise hands. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. What is this? Half or objective? Okay, objective. Raise hands. Okay. Gishima? Gishima is subjective. Right. Okay. Okay, so we see that there's a split, but majority of you take that as objective. Okay, those who said it's objective, my question to you is rainbow. If it's objective meaning, what is the difference between objective and subjective? Tell me before we jump to the rainbow. My question: what's the difference between subjective and objective? Raise hands. Yes, Chanchula. A subjective. How many agree with Chanchula who said that objective is something that comes from your mind, and subjective is something that comes from your mind, and objective is something coming from the object, not from the mind. Raise hands. Those who you agree with Chanchula, most of you agree with him. Okay. Now, if you're clear with this, then we move to the rainbow. Those of you who said that rainbow is objective, raise hands. I hope that the number will not reduce. Okay. So those who said objective, my question to you, if it is objective, it should be from the object. Where is it? Let's say that you are seeing the dream, you are seeing the what is that? Rainbow, 1 kilometer away from you, and hitting a house. Hitting a house. Rainbow just on the house, hitting the roof of the house. So where is that rainbow? If you said it is objective, where is it? On the house or where? Okay, what happened? All those who said objective, right? What happened? Raise hands. Any answer? Where is it? Raise hands. Okay, over there. Swamiji? No, this is not my question. Right? When I say, what did you have for your lunch? Don't ask me that. Don't. This is not an important question. Important question is, lunch is made of electrons, protons, neutrons. Don't say that. You're getting what's question asked. You have to give the answer. My question is, where is it? If you say it's objective, where is it? This is my question. It's not about, in the sky, but it hits on the roof of the house. It's deceptive. Even the sky is also deceptive. Why not? Okay, tell me. My question to you is, if it is not on the roof, although it appears as hitting the roof, if it is not on the roof, what makes you think that it is not on the roof? Why? Why not? If you give me the answer, then apply this to this guy also. It's applicable to everything. That's not my question. No. This is the rainbow can hit anywhere. You're getting it? Rainbow can hit anywhere. It can hit the lawn. It can be circular in the space, in the air, in the sky. It can hit the mountain. It can hit the tree. It can hit anywhere. You getting it? If you have not seen one, you have to Google search. Rainbow hitting the house. Okay, the girl there. This is not my question. Where is the rainbow? Objective, subjective first. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's in brain cells. So everybody should be looking at your brain cells. No. If it exists objectively, as the gentleman there, what is your name, gentleman there? Paul? Mark. What Mark said, objective means something which is visible to all others. You getting it? If the rainbow is in your brain cells, right, then everybody should be able to see that. This is not my question. Where is it? Be very precise. Here. No, here. The Minodiji. Minodiji. This is not my question. What is rainbow? This is my question, right? What happened to the Bodhicitta retreat? What happened? Your ear. There's some problem with your ear. When I say, are you a human being? Don't explain root institute, Bodhgaya, enlightenment, and so forth. Just say yes or no. As simple as that. Where is it? This is my question. Here. Where is it? Objective, subjective. Objective. Where is it? Subjective means is easy, right? Dream is subjective. I'll not ask you where is it. When you say objective, then I ask you where is it? In the sky? I said that imagine that rainbow is hitting a house. You getting it? Where is it? On the house? Okay, Pinzole. So everybody has to look. By the way, first question to you is subjective, objective. Hey, you, subjective. My question is only to the objective. So therefore, there's a problem with the ears. Yeah, I said my questions to those who accept it's objective, and then subjective, those who accept subjective, they give the answer. What's that? What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand it. Okay, the lady over there. Subjective, objective. Good. Where is it? No. My question is not how. You know, my question is where? This is a very distinct question. Okay, engineer, on top of the roof. This is the answer that I'm waiting for. But it's correct. Agree. You agree, not agree. That's a different story. Very precise. Top of the roof. You're getting it? Okay. Okay. So if it's on the top of the roof and objectively there, right? That if a small child is with you, the child will tell you, please take me there. Engineer, would you take the child there? You'll take there. You're also a small child. Engineer also becomes a small child. You're getting it? How many will not take the child there? Okay, Manjariji, tell me why not? Okay, engineer, listen. Because the closer you go there, it'll disappear. You'll not find it there. You're getting it? You'll not find it there. Which means from the object, from where it appears, it's not there. It's not objective. You're getting it? It's not objective. Right? It is like a mirage. Manjariji, what are you going to say? Objective, subjective? What's your standpoint now? You can change. Okay, Abhishekji. First, objective, subjective. Where is it? Okay, on the roof. Okay, so it's on the roof. So would you take the child if the child tells you that please take me there? You will not take me there. Why not? It'll disappear. Okay. Are you sure? Is it a speculation or you notice it? Are you sure? I trust you. Okay, I trust you. Right? I trust you. Okay. Say rainbow. Okay. Okay. Let me not digress too much in this direction. Say if a child asks you to take the child there, will you take the child there? You will. There's a second small child here. 2 children here. You getting it? Okay. So why, as Manjuriji said, that because the closer the child thinks that you go there, you can play with the rainbow. This is why the child is asking you to take the child there. And if you take there, you're also a small child. Because the elders will not take. They're saying that this you will not find it there. If it's not found there, it's not from the object. Where is it? It's not objective then. Where is it? This is the question. Okay, Pamela. Subjective, objective. My question is only to those objective. You're getting it? Something's wrong. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Subject or objective? Look, something's wrong. It's not purely objective. Not objective, pure subjective. Half. Only to those, fully objective. My question is only to those people who said it's purely objective. Okay, so you changed now. Now you are not to give the answer. Okay, good. Okay, William. By the way, William or Williams? Are you sure? Good. Okay. 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 You can see it, you cannot find it. Okay. So, which means that what you can see, not find it, this is objective. Okay. So, in dream is also objective. Dream is objective. Dream is subjective. In the dream, You also say that I can see it. In the dream also you will say that I'm seeing it. Right? Is it objective, subjective? Subjective. But you say that I'm seeing it in the dream also. Okay, so what is the difference between the dream rainbow and the real rainbow? This is not my question. My question is, what's the difference? I'm not asking whether they were like. This is not my question. Huh? No difference. So you said that real rainbow is objective and the dream rainbow is subjective. There's a difference. So what's the answer? There is difference or no difference? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, good. In other words, let's say, okay, here. Where is it? My question. Where's the dream? Where is the rainbow? But it's hitting the roof. No. What I'm saying is you are seeing the rainbow hitting the roof. Sometimes it is close by the roof. Sometimes it hits on the just in the sky and disappears. Sometimes on the lawn. So if you see that hitting on the roof, not only you, all the people seeing that hitting on the roof, where is the rainbow? On the roof or where? Uh-huh. Air meaning not on the roof. This is what I'm saying. I already created the situation. You don't have to create a situation yourself. I said the rainbow is hitting, imagine that the rainbow is hitting the roof. I already said it. Why not? Why not? Why not? If you give me a good reason, then I'll apply this to the sky also. You know? If you give reason why it is not on the roof, I can prove that it's not on the sky in the sky also. I will apply the same reason that you apply. Okay. Chakraborty ji, they are subjective. Okay, let's forget about the mirage. Rainbow, just explain rainbow. You said that rainbow, the water droplets in the suspended in the air. So the lights from the different sources, they are dispersed into the seven lights, seven different colors. So that appears. There or not? This is my question. Yes. It's not there, but you go there. Seven lights, not one rainbow. Okay, good. So the point is that what you're going to learn is yes.
I would like to say that rainbow is subjective, but I would like to debate on it, so I will continue with rainbow is objective.
Huh?
So I would say that rainbow is objective.
No, it's not about debate, not debate. What do you think? It is subjective, objectively. What do you think?
Objective.
Huh?
Objective.
What makes you think that it's subjective?
It's objective because not only one person, everyone can see it.
Yes. Okay. So how many you agree with this point? Is objective because many people can see the same object, presents, so therefore it's objective. Okay. What I will do is that we'll all go to Mount Kailash, we'll put on the blue glasses. All of us put on blue glasses. We'll all see the snow mountain as blue. You getting it? Does it mean that blue snow exists objectively? Everybody can see the same thing. You're getting, yes, put on blue glass and take the photograph with blue glass. Again, blue snow will come, right? So whatever you say is applicable to, is a counterproductive, is a counter debate on yourself. You're getting it? So, yes, Chanjula.
We say that sunsets are real, even though they also are an aggregation of conditions. So everybody on the beach watching the sunset sees the same sunset. We think we see it as real, but if we went really close, it doesn't exist as well. If we go across the water to the sun and stuff, then we don't see the colours on the water and so on. So it's similar to the rainbow.
Which one? The sunset or the color? Which one you are talking about?
The sunset including the whole effect of light. The colours of the light.
Object, subject, that's so it exists. We cannot deny this.
So a rainbow exists as well.
Okay, good. Here.
It's neither subjective, neither objective. It's in relation of the subjective and objective in between.
Okay. Okay, good. Don't forget it, right? Don't forget it. We have to bring this up later. For the time being, what we need to learn is that there are things like dream, which is purely subjective. And it's not that when you say something is there, it should be always objective. There are also subjective things there. Okay, how many of you can understand this? Raise hands. When something exists, it's not necessarily always objective. They can be also subjective. Raise hands. Good. With this, what you're going to learn is that not only some things like dream, mirage, they exist subjectively, everything subjectively. This is what you have to learn. You getting it? This is what we're learning. If you understand this, don't just say, no, I don't agree. You don't have to agree. Just learn. Learn and first take the information. Once you take the information, subject them to analysis, inquiry. And with this, if you are happy to say that this makes sense, you accept it. And if you say, no, it doesn't make sense, it is totally contradictory to the reality, then you can reject it. You're getting it? The point is that we have to learn. We are learning something to revolutionize our thinking. What is that thinking to be revolutionized? Just pick up anything which is on your table. Just pick up something. Pick up something and look at it. Look at it. And how does it appear to you? As objective real or as like a dream that your mind is creating? How does it appear to you? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Who would give the answer? Vera, how does it appear? As objective real. How many agree with Vera? Raise hands. Good. That they appear subjective real. That belief that things exist objectively, that is a self-grasping ignorance. This is the root of all our problems. You're getting it? We don't have to follow blindly. That's okay. If that's the case, then it makes sense. But how do I know that what I'm seeing is deceptive? You're getting it? What we're seeing is deceptive. This is the next question. For this, in this connection, I like to share with you, some important points. So thus far, what we learned is a subjective as opposed to objective. Let's not forget it. Subjective as opposed to objective. One pair. Oh, note it down if possible. Subjective as opposed to objective. Conventional as opposed to ultimate. Dependent as opposed to independent. Deceptive as opposed to truly existent. And then the what else? Relative as opposed to absolute. Okay, let us go one by one. Number one. Yes. Okay, number one. Number one, subjective as opposed to objective. Number two, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Number 3, dependent as opposed to independent. Number 4, deceptive as opposed to truly existent. And finally, relative as opposed to absolute existence. Okay, so these are the 5 pairs that we need to learn. And also I would say that don't mix up the two. For example, like I said, objective, subjective as opposed to objective, and next, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Don't bring the ultimate first. You getting it? Then you will get confused. In other words, there are how many pairs there? 5 pairs are there. In the 5 pairs, what comes first? They're all synonymous. What comes second? They're all synonymous. You getting it? What are the 5 things which are synonymous? Raise hands, raise hands, raise hands, raise hands, raise hands. Okay, Dr. La. What are the 5 things which are synonymous? Subjective, conventional, dependent, deceptive, relative. Okay, anyone else would like to share with us the counterparts or the opposites of the 5 opposites? What are they? Raise hands. Raise hands. Okay, Sherry Pema.
Objective, ultimate, independent, truly existent, and absolute.
Wow, without having to look at it, she's just saying this. Many congratulations. Keep up. Keep up means what? Huh? What is keep it up? Continue. You can don't break. Right? This is amazing. I really appreciate. Keep it up. Okay. So these are things that we need to remember. For the time being, because we're trying to create the skeleton, that these 5, like subjective, conventional, dependent, then what? Deceptive and relative. They all mean the same. They all mean the same. And later on, after getting a good exposure to the philosophy, extended the amount of knowledge, then don't just say that, oh, these 5 are synonymous. Why? Because I learned it from Root Institute. Don't say like this. You should be able to explain it so well that you should be convinced, first of all, how these 5 are synonymous. For as of now, at the moment, if I go too much into detail, many of you get lost. So I'll just give you the skeleton that these are synonyms. Okay, the number 1, what's number 1? Subjective as opposed to objective. Number 2, conventional as opposed to ultimate. Okay, so for the time being, let's work on these 2, subjective and conventional. Okay, is there anybody who likes to tell me what is meant by convention? What is meant by convention? Anyone? Raise hands. What does it mean by convention? Raise hands. Raise hands. Raise hands. Okay, that's it. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. There, gentlemen over there.
Something that is accepted as reality.
Something that is accepted as reality. For example, say, okay, this is a paper. Is convention? This is paper, convention. I see. I'm a human being. It's also convention. No. Convention as opposed to ultimate, right? Convention. Okay, what does it mean by convention in the vernacular sense? Anyone? 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 I'm looking for new hands. Only a few hands always coming up. No new hands coming up. New hands. What happens? Okay, over there.
Convention is something that's agreed upon, and
Okay, something which is agreed upon. Say it again. Language and so forth. Okay, can you give an example of convention which everybody can easily answer? Yes, I agree with you. If not everyone, but at least majority will agree with you. Anyone? Yes. Money. The paper bills. Paper bills. The convention. How many agree with your name? Logan. How many agree with Logan? Raise your hands. Paper bills a convention. Okay. Anyone else? Any other example? Yes, Carl. Okay. They say driving on the left side road in India, right? Driving on the left side of the road in India. No, people are driving the right side also. In UK. In UK, some naughty people also there. It's not that UK is a divine. I noticed that one day in Cambridge in England, right? There was a car driven by, I think, a young couple, and the elderly gentleman was yelling at them from the. I was literally shocked because the driver just honked, and the person who was just sitting next to the car just he started to yell. Oh, we'll never see this in India, right? Okay, so good people everywhere, bad people everywhere. Only in the land of the bodhisattvas, then but bad people not there. Okay, what else? Any conventions? Examples of conventions. The paper bill is good example. Okay, let's put it like this. In other words, why I'm just like say challenging Carl is for us to learn how to articulate our concepts. So what perhaps what Carl wants to say is that in driving, having to drive on the left lane in India, having to drive. People may not drive, it doesn't matter. But having to drive, you have to drive on the left lane, not on the right lane. That is convention. You're getting it? As you say, driving on the left lane. Or people drive on the right lane also. Having to drive. No, you don't have to drive on the right. You have to drive on the left. That is convention. So this, I think, is what are you saying? Okay, Sumanji.
Road right we follow and the symbols.
Oh, that's interesting. What do you call this? Road signs. Road signs and symbols like, right? Road sign symbols like the arrow. Actually, that's not really arrow, right? It's not an arrow. It's just a drawing with three, like a triangle and the rectangle there, and we call it arrow, right? And then what does it mean? This is the pointed part is this side. Then what does it mean? Go this direction, right? So this pointed part, does it tell you that you have to go this direction? It does not talk at all. It doesn't know how to talk. It doesn't know anything, right? In fact, the same point, keep it there, and we delete the rest, and something they draw to the opposite side. Again, it points to the other opposite side. So same point does not say anything, but we read it as, oh, I have to go, okay, go to Chandigarh this side, right? So this is a pure convention. Thank you. This is extremely very powerful. Anyone else? Okay, Atiti.
Having finished high school before going college.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, having to finish high school before going to college. It's a convention, huh? Right? No homeschool permissible. Still, you have to sit for the exam, right? If you don't sit for the exam, then you cannot jump to college. It's rare. Are there some cases? I agree with you. At least in India, you cannot jump to college without doing the high school. Any other examples? Okay, Suzanne.
All living things need to breathe. All living things need to breathe air. Need to breathe.
All living things should breathe. Need to breathe. All living things need to breathe. Need air. Are you sure? Okay. The formless realm They're not living beings. Of course, they are the best examples of living beings. Okay, living beings on planet Earth. Okay, that's interesting. But that's convention. If they don't breathe, then you'll kicked out as from living being. Huh? They'll die. But how? What makes you think this convention? No. That is so the rationality and the convention. These two are different. For example, if you don't breathe, you'll die. If you don't study well, you will not get a good college. So this is not a convention. This is right. Even if you don't study well, but if the score is so high, you will get good college. You're getting it. So okay. Any more examples of yes?
We wear clothes. We wear clothes.
Wearing clothes, yes, of course, is good. Why? No, look, it's very cold. In the summer, right? Okay, in the summer, where it's so hot, where you're using AC, still we have to wear clothes, right? Why? Why? This too is a pure convention. Good, and particularly nice clothes, right? So when you go out, nice clothes. This purely convention, right? And nice clothes. Okay, I don't want to go too much into this side. Yes, this pure convention that you should go for gala party, gala or gala. Some say gala, some say gala. Gala party is supposed to be one of the high level parties. You go there, you speak ultra formal dress. What is ultra formal dress, right? Why not the jeans but they're falling down? Jeans falling. Why it is not ultra formal? Why not? Why not? Why ultra formal is the jeans should be not jean? Jeans not allowed in the first place, right? Why jean is not ultra formal? Why not? Again, purely convention, right? Here.
Alphabet, the letters, alphabet need to read the right way to the new words.
Oh, alphabets, put them together, right? P-U-T, okay, C-U-P, cup, C-U-P, put them together, and then you say it's cup. Then P-U-T, put. Yes, no? What is P-U-T? Put or put? Jigmela is saying put. Right? Jigmela is the one who transcends conventions. Right? So PUT is put. CUP is cup. Don't say that PUT is put because CUP is cup. You're getting it? It's purely convention. Why? Several letters, the alphabets come together and it sound in a particular way. It's purely convention. There's no reason there. Very good. Over there.
Hold a young child's hand when you cross a busy road.
Okay, that's convention. Why? It's to protect. It's not what we call as a convention. It's a purely protective measure, right? Okay, convention in the ordinary sense. Okay, Vinodiji.
I'm just wondering, can we say that all mundane phenomena are conventions?
No, why? So first, let us not try to think of convention in the sense of the ultimate, say, the emptiness concept. You're getting it? First, what is convention in the vernacular world? In the ordinary world, what is convention? For example, like the bills, paper bills. For example, like the road signs. They're all purely convention. You're getting it? Okay, Jigmela. Rules, like what?
It's like if you do just like in India, if we beat someone, then please come and take us to jail and punish us. So,
This is convention.
yeah, because like if we
Okay, okay. For the time being, this is a high-level convention. Right, again, it's a high-level convention. I'm looking for very simple conventions, right, where everybody can easily understand. Okay, Manish, marriage a convention. Why?
It's not necessary, and we can agree upon to have institution.
Okay, so the finally two people coming together. Why should they have to go through a ceremony and so forth? In anyways, they will live together. So what? So why should this ceremony required? Oh, that's required. It's purely convention. Okay, Mark. Celebrating a holiday, or enjoying holiday, or a celebration. Observing holiday, observing celebration. Say observing Sunday. Sunday's holiday. Okay, observing Christmas. So how that is convention? Okay, it's agreed upon by many people. Okay, John.
In my school, like where we have the multiple choice exams, this means A, this means B.
Oh, okay, wow, this is amazing. Hey, don't forget it. Naughty people. Right? There are naughty people there, like John, right? Very bright, naughty, right? Okay. What? A, B, C, D, right? Wow. Okay. Okay, that is convention. How many agree with this? They create their own convention, right? They create their own convention. Okay. Very good, John. Thank you. Okay. Yes, Chakrabarti. Say it again. National Convention on Physics. What is that? Okay. So what is why is that convention? I agree with you. Yeah. Is that name convention? Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. Okay, okay.
National, international convention.
Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Okay, William last. Okay, name that we given. That's interesting. This convention, or that we have to have a name is a convention, or given a name is convention. We have to have a name as convention. Both meaning given name is also the name given to is also why. No, that's fine. This is not the this is not the somebody giving you a name. This is you having to have a name. That is convention. And the reason that you gave is to support that. Right? Right? Okay, good. Okay, now say for me, let's say that convention, the first time for me, it really shook me was that, so you can see the contrast between my belief in objective reality and suddenly discovering the conventionality. It was, I think I was in class 7 or 8, age 14, 13 or 14. And I was so fond of physics. And the physics teacher was teaching us electricity. And he said that with electricity, there are two wires, one is positive and one is negative. And I became yes, this is what I saw. All these wires, we see that there are two wires there, two wires always. And I was so curious, why two wires? Why two wires? This was my question. And suddenly, when the teacher was teaching the electricity, he said that these two wires are there. One is positive, one is negative. And then I was so curious. Now I want to learn. Now at least I know that one is positive, one is negative. I want to know which is positive, which is negative. I wanted to know. Then the teacher said that the reason why one is positive and one is negative, and great excitement with me, waiting for this. What is that reason? This was my curiosity for all these many years. And finally, this coming in physics. This is purely convention. Suddenly, deep inside me, it was shaken. Right? There's nothing really there to say that this positive, this negative is just purely convention. There's nothing to grab at to say that this is okay. You see then, this electricity, the what electrons are moving up and down. This positive, it is moving horizontally. This negative, no, nothing of this kind. It's just pure convention. There's nothing there to say that this positive, this negative. It's pure convention. Literally, I was shaken. Shaken meaning that it was deep feeling of uneasiness that came to me. From the object, there's nothing really there. You getting it? Later on, when I learned about the Buddhist philosophy, learned about the conventionalities, I was extremely happy that I was in a way already introduced this concept of conventionality when I was in class 7, 8 with the study of the electricity. So the point is that when you say conventional, which means that it's purely subjective. There's nothing from the object to say that this is positive, this is negative. It's purely coming from your subject. That's it. Subject means what? Then in our mind, many people say that if everything is empty, everything is subjective, then why we are seeing the same object, why cause given us to result, all these questions come thinking that subjective means nihilism. You're getting a subject means nothing objective, nothing objective means nothing exists in nihilism. So many people confuse between subjective existence and nihilism. You getting it? Okay. So because of this, to understand, we are going to learn that. So, okay, let's say convention, as Carl said, that in India, having to drive on the left lane, right? If you drive on the right lane, what happens? Hey, in India, if you drive on the right lane, what happens? If there is no cars coming opposite direction, then okay, let's listen to those people who have the experience. Jimela, police will what? Punish you, put you the penalty, right? Okay, so now look, this is a very important point. You're getting it? Say if you drive on the right lane in India, then the road. So why the police they punish you? Why? Because you are Dorla. Because you are not following the rules. You're getting it? Because you are driving on the wrong lane. Yes? Because you are driving on the wrong lane. So therefore, if the police sees you, they will catch you. They will find you. Okay. Do you agree with me that the road will not tell you that you are on the wrong lane? Yes? The road will not tell you. Okay. When did the road lane rules came into existence? In the world. Around 1800. Around 1800. Late 1800 or mid 1800. I'm not too sure. It should be around 1800. 1820 or something. Right? 1800. So before that, the first car came to the earth, or in your country, the first car came on the country. So which lane is correct? Right or left lane? Hey, tell me, what do you think? Yes, any lane is fine, right? This is only car. Then why the lane rule they came later? Why? To manage what? Yes, then the first car came, and right lane, red lane, you can ride it on any of the lane, is fine. Then 2 cars, 100 cars, 1,000 cars came. Then there's a traffic jam. With a traffic jam, then there are issues like what? Ambulance. The people die on the road. They cannot get to the hospital on time. And very important meetings with government official meetings, they don't happen on time. So, now there's an issue on the road, right? It's brought to the government's attention. And the government, their job is to recruit the experts. Now we have to do something. Then what can we do? We have to create rules. You getting it? What is by rule? That we have to say that either we ride always on the left lane or the right lane. Say in India, always ride on the left lane, right? So that is, the road tells us to drive on the left lane, or that human beings, they created that we will drive on the left lane. Human beings. So if you drive on the right lane, then it's the wrong lane, right? Now the wrong right come into existence. Now the convention is created. Before that, there's no convention with respect to the road lane. Now the convention came into existence. You're getting it? Now if you don't follow this, you will put a penalty. Okay, this is the meaning of convention. In other words, the road is the object and the human mind is the subject. And who made this rule? The road will not tell you that you are on the wrong lane. The object will not tell you. So subject tells you. What's the subject? Human mind. You're getting it? So subjective, convention, they all mean the same. You're getting it? Subjective means coming from a mind. Convention is created by the human mind. You're getting it? So subjective, convention, these two mean the same. From this, what you're going to learn is that not only just the road lane and so forth, everything is purely convention. Everything is coming from a subject. And you don't have to believe in it at the moment. At least keep this information. Everything is purely subjective. Keep this information. And our job is how. You should be able to ask this question, how? Okay. So for this are the two questions. What is the first question? Do things exist? What's the answer? Yes. If you say no, what's the problem? You fall into nihilism. Only if you say yes, things exist, then you are entitled to go for the second question. What's the second question? Do things exist objectively? What's the answer? If you say yes, you fall into absolutism. So the answer should be no. You're getting it? So, avoiding the two extremes, nihilism and absolutism, you follow the middle way. Therefore, emptiness is the middle way. So to talk about emptiness, first you have to pass the two gates of the two questions. Two gates in the form of two questions. Only if you get through the two questions well, then you are entitled to talk about emptiness. Okay, for this, now, how many of you are happy with these two questions? Do things exist? Answer is yes. Raise hands. If you say no, then you have to get out. Right? You fall in nihilism. And do things exist objectively? What's the answer? No. Only if you say, do things exist? Answer is yes. Do things objectively? No. Then you are entitled to study emptiness. Think about emptiness. Okay, for this emptiness, what we need to know is that, okay, there are some basic, the foundations that we need to know, and then we will jump into emptiness. First one is that emptiness, many people think that emptiness is nihilism. Emptiness means nothing exists. And I remember many people, particularly one very acclaimed philosopher, and I know that he's very senior, but he did not really study Buddhist philosophy so systematically. Never did have any formal, just he studied Western philosophy and other Indian philosophy, and then read the Buddhist philosophy books, and then he started to teach Buddhist philosophy. So because of this, and then he became very acclaimed Buddhist philosopher, meaning that people they take him as very seriously, very senior. And one day in the conference, but I really admire many of his qualities. I really admire many of his qualities. So of course, what is wrong is wrong, what is right is right. During one of the conferences, which Tibet House organized, he said that in Buddhism there's nothing, everything is empty. And I thought that he was saying everything is empty of objective existence. No, he was literally saying this because the Buddha taught everything selfless nature. There's nothing, there's no self, nothing exists, everything's empty. Then I was literally shocked. How come there's such a acclaimed the professor who is acclaimed to be teaching Buddhist philosophy, his understanding is so basic. Okay, so for that matter, that in order for us not to fall into nihilism, what is important is that we need to know two things. One, emptiness is the meaning of dependent origination. Dependent origination is the meaning of the middle way. Do you follow what I'm saying? Emptiness is the meaning of dependent origination, and dependent origination is the meaning of the middle way. So, if I say A equals B, B equals C, what will you deduce? What will you deduce? Therefore, A equals C. You getting it? So what I said is that emptiness equals dependent origination. Dependent origination equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Okay. So if you know it's middle way, it is not nihilism. It's not extreme of nihilism. It's not extreme of absolutism. So for this, what we need to know is how is that emptiness equals dependent origination, number one. Number two, how dependent origination equals the middle way. First, how emptiness equals the middle way. For this, we need to know 5 points. How emptiness equals the middle way, we need to know 5 points. Okay, first one is emptiness. Emptiness. Number two, emptiness is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Let me repeat it. Number two, emptiness is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Okay. How many of you know who? How many know who resents? How many know who? Okay. Raise hands. What do you mean by who? Raise hands. Raise hands. Raise hands. What do you mean by who? Raise hands. Wow. Okay. Right. I'm also not asking who's who. You getting it? And so who is not just who's who. It is short form of World Health Organization. Likewise, emptiness is not empty. It is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. You getting it? Number one, emptiness. Number two, that emptiness is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Number three, emptiness of independent existence means nothing exists independently. Number three, emptiness of independent existence means nothing exists independently. Number four, nothing exists independently means everything exists by dependence. Number four, nothing exists independent means everything exists by dependence. Number four. Number five, everything exists by dependence means everything is dependently originated. Let me repeat it. Number one, emptiness. Number two, that emptiness is a short form of emptiness of independent existence. Number three, emptiness of independent existence means nothing exists independently. Number four, nothing exists independently means everything exists by dependence. Number five, everything exists by dependence means everything is dependently originated. So from these 5 points, we deduce that emptiness equals dependent origination. Number one is done. Number two, what's number two? What is number 2? Susanna, what is number 2? Piali, what is number 2?
Emptiness is a short form of emptiness of imbalance existence.
No, what I'm saying is that same. Emptiness equals dependent origination. Dependent origin equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. So number 1 is done. Number 1 is done with the 5 points. Done. Now number 2. What is number 2?
Dependent origination equals to middle way.
Very good. Dependent origination equals middle way. Okay. How dependent origination equals the middle way? Again, we have to know this. Dependent origination equals the middle way. For this, we need to know that dependent origination has 2 sides: dependence and origination. Dependent origination has 2 sides: dependence and origination. First, dependent. Dependent was opposite of dependence. Independence. Independence and absolute mean the same. When you say dependent, you reject independence, you reject absolutism. So the first part, dependent, it rejects the extreme of absolutism. When you say dependent, it rejects independence. Independence and absolutism mean the same. It is so independent, it's so absolute. These two mean the same. So when you say dependent, it rejects the extreme of absolutism. What's the second? Origination. Origination means something comes into origination, something comes into existence. What is the opposite of existence? Non-existence, nihilism. So when it says something comes to the origination, something comes to existence, it rejects nihilism, extreme of nihilism. So dependent, the first one, it rejects the extreme of absolutism. Origination, it rejects the extreme of nihilism. Bringing the two together, dependent origination rejects the 2 extremes. Rejecting the 2 extreme is following the middle way. This is how dependent origination equals the middle way. Okay, so my job is done. How emptiness equals dependent origination done. How dependent origination equals the middle way done. Now your job. I said A equals B, B equals C. Your job is to say, therefore, A equals C. Likewise, I said emptiness equals dependent origination, and dependent origination equals the middle way. Therefore, emptiness equals the middle way. Okay. So in future, if ever you meet with somebody saying that, oh, emptiness means nothing exists, you say, no, this is a misunderstanding, wrong understanding of emptiness. This is a total misconception of emptiness. Emptiness is the meaning of the middle way. It's not nihilism. Okay, we'll stop here. Gati Ragate Arasam Gate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Arasam Gate Bodhiswatyata Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasam Gate Bodhiswaha. 3 precisions together.